And so to start us off this evening, after enjoying your lovely dinner, I'm going to call up Mr. Henry Ochieng. Mr. Henry Ochieng is the CEO of the Kenya Alliance of Residents Association. Somebody this afternoon tried to describe him as tall, dark, and handsome. So Henry, we want to just confirm. Now you can confirm for yourself. So let's give a round of applause for Henry. He's been behind this event. Henry, karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Paul. I don't think I'm dark. And also, I told him in that description, I only qualified to be tall. I'm not sure about dark, I'm not sure about handsome. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to host you here today. And let me recognize the presence of our chief guest, Principal Secretary, Madam Veronica Nduva, State Department of Performance and Delivery Management, and also the representative of the CS, Eliud Owalo, Rayford Mureithi, who is the director at the ICT. And our most valued members, partners and friends, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. And welcome to this 5th Annual Resident Associations Excellence Awards Gala Dinner. I'll be very brief because, like Paul has said, time has gone. So it's truly a pleasure to stand before you tonight as we come together to celebrate our community, the bonds we've forged, our successes, and spirit that makes our neighborhood so unique. This Gala Dinner is not just another event, it's a reflection of the shared values that define us. It is a celebration of diversity, inclusivity, and countless ways in which we support and uplift one another. Resident associations play a significant role in our sustainable development and service delivery agenda. And we are gathered here to celebrate milestones, dedication, teamwork, and sheer determination by proactive neighbors who have come together to establish resident associations and use the same to take charge of their neighborhood. The specific objectives why we are here and of these awards is to identify, celebrate, and reward resident associations that have demonstrated exemplary performance in championing the interest of their members through practical and effective initiatives that contribute towards better service delivery and living standards. We also are looking to showcase and document best practices by resident associations and encourage learning and replication of good ideas across neighborhoods. Number 3, we would want to focus public attention on the importance of resident associations in addressing service delivery agenda in Kenya. And you'll be hearing very good stories, very good impact stories about what a number of our members are doing across the country. As CARA, we are keen on amplifying the work of resident associations and strengthening community voices across the country. We trust that the success stories we will hear about here today will inspire us as individuals, first of all, and as resident associations to do more for our community and make a positive impact in our society. Already so much is happening, but we believe that from what we are going to hear today in terms of what many of our members are doing, you'll be able to be inspired and also seek to replicate some of these good practices in your neighborhood and where you live. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our sponsors and partners who are here with us today, whose generous support has made this evening possible. Your commitment to our community is invaluable, and we are grateful for your partnership. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate good deeds. We are here to celebrate good neighborliness. We are here to celebrate communities and people who have sacrificed and volunteered their time and their skills to be able to have a positive impact on our society and make sure that we have neighborhoods that promote a life of dignity, neighborhoods that we can be proud of and can be able to protect what we have in terms of investment and even in terms of our children. Because if people are organized, it means you are able to have an environment where our children can grow in peace and harmony, can grow without negative influence, and can be able to be responsible citizens in future. So may tonight be filled with joy and celebration as we come together to strengthen the bonds that make our community a truly special place. Thank you, and let's make Resident Associations Gala Dinner a night to remember. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Henry. And now, as Henry said, we would not be here without our sponsors. We're very grateful, and we want to give you an opportunity to shine the spotlight on you. And if we can just give you 2 minutes just to say something, we'll kick it off with Kenya Power Limited. Kenya Power, come and say something small. Thank you.
All protocols observed, our chief guest, the chair of Kara, the leaders, residents, and my customers. Good evening. Good evening. Yes, my name is Engineer Hicks Waswa. I am here on behalf of my MD, who was to be here, but on because of some unavoidable circumstances, he gave me a short notice, and so I came. Substantively, I'm in charge of Nairobi region, which is Nairobi, Machakos, and Kajiado. I'm the regional manager. So I'm here to actually meet my residents, and I'm the right contact, because I know all of you stay in Nairobi, Kajiado, although you neighbor Kiambu. I'm here actually to meet you, and it's also a pleasure to actually be here together with you in the evening. So we work very closely with the associations, resident associations, because we really need you to partner with us for us to be able to supply you reliable supply. We need to work with you closely as we do our maintenance in your homes, as we read meters, as we handle issues to do with the vandalism, where we have the issues of transformers, we have the infrastructure, and we actually need the resident associations to come out strongly so that you can help us to secure that infrastructure and be able to serve you. We also ask you to engage with your as neighbors in terms of giving us access to the infrastructure, because as the infrastructure ages, we need access to change the poles, to actually access where it is to make it better. And you can see Nairobians are building very close to the power lines, which is also a risk to the people living around those areas. So we would really wish that we engage more and more. And if there's any opportunity that you have where we can come in on board, we would really appreciate. So receive greetings from my MD and goodwill as we sponsor this. We commit to continue to sponsor this and continue to work together with you. And we appreciate this cooperation. God bless you and good evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next we have National Environment Management Authority, NEMA. If you could please come up and say a few words. Please let us keep this session short because, as remember, we're behind time. Thank you.
Our chief guests, our hosts, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Dr. Patricia on behalf of NEMA. I'm here to represent our Director General, Mamo B. Mamo, who is out of the country on an official duty. It gives us a lot of joy as a regulator when we celebrate good initiatives by the community we regulate. As a regulator, one of the joys which we have and which inspires us is when we see compliance in action. As members of CARA, we have shown the way, and through our actions as associations, then we are able to spread the message to the rest of the communities who are not members on how to really continually take care of the environment. And yes, as a regulator, we'll continue doing what we do most, and that is rolling out of the regulations to ensure that over and above, we create awareness on all matters environment, so that at the end of the day, we are continually going to achieve the mission of NEMA, which is to ensure a clean and healthy environment for all, and to ensure environmental sustainability. We can only do that through such minded people like Kara, and yes, we'll continue sponsoring and supporting and partnering. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A warm welcome once again. A round of applause for our silver sponsor, NEMA and Kenya Power and Lighting Company. Okay, next up we have our bronze sponsors. We can start off with Opticom Kenya.
Good evening. Chief guest, Ms. Veronica Nduva, Kara CEO, Henry Ochieng, Mr. Henry Ochieng, esteemed guests, Residents Association, valued partners, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening again. My name is Eric Okero. I'm the commercial manager for Opticom Kenya Limited, member of Optimum Group Partnerships UK. I'm speaking on behalf of our CEO, Mr. Tim Chege, currently on official duties in the UK. It is an honor to be at the 5th Annual Residents Association Awards hosted by Kara. For 25 years, Opticom Kenya Limited has dedicated itself to deploying cutting-edge technology for integrated security solutions across 3 continents. Our focus remains on fortifying neighborhoods, preventing crime, minimizing losses, enhancing safety and security for residential communities. Our alignment with Kara is rooted in shared values. Kara advocates for better services at every level, mirroring our commitment to comprehensive protection management through technology-based unified safety platforms. Leveraging global best practices, our dedication lies in harnessing technology to vigilantly monitor and safeguard vulnerable populations, ultimately preserving and saving lives. Opticom's tailored security solutions are meticulously crafted, aligning with distinct needs, particularly within and surrounding residential communities. This approach ensures a seamless integration of innovative measures tailored to fortifying and protect our cherished spaces, our homes. This award showcases Kara's dedication to recognizing resident associations' contributions to sustainable development and improved public services. It aligns with Opticom's goal of sustainably promoting safety and security best practices and supporting Residents Association pivotal role in service delivery. As we celebrate these achievements tonight, we renew our commitment to partnering with Kara and Resident Associations nationwide. To this end, we extend a free in-depth risk assessment for the first 10 resident associations to register with the ladies at the reception. And to unlock the offer, you can liaise with myself and my colleague Bernard, who will also be at the reception area. Together, we'll continue championing better service delivery, appreciating best practices, and improving safety and security, sharing insights and ensuring a brighter, safer, and future for all residents. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Opticom Kenya. We'd like to now hear from NCBA Group, a representative from, is NCBA Group here? No, okay. So we'll carry on. Let's move over to NACADA, a representative from NACADA. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Jeremiah Muchembi, Manager Supply Chain. I'm here on behalf of our CEO, Dr. Anthony Omerikwa, and we are happy as an authority to partner with Kara on one aspect. Kara plays a very important role in the fight against alcohol and drug abuse. In 2 ways. They can help in demand reduction, and they can also help in supply suppression. Now, when we talk of supply suppression, basically, we are talking about supply of the drugs. Now, look at a situation where you are in an estate and somebody is selling drugs. As resident association, it is very important for you people to help us in that kind of fight. And there's 2 ways in which you can do that. One is either by reporting those cases to the authority, or as a community, you rebuke the peddlers. And we have seen this happen. For example, when you are in your neighborhood and there is a neighbor who is having loud music, what do you normally do? You rain on that person and tell him to control the noise. So it is the same principle that we expect Askara to help us in the fight against alcohol or drug abuse, where once you identify a neighbor who is beddling, as a community, come together and rebuke the person. So as an authority, we are so proud about that, because we want to partner with you people for us to win this war. Otherwise, thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Nakada. Well, when I'm having a party and I know it's going to disturb the neighbors, I invite the neighbors over for the shingding. But anyway, thank you very much. Next we have Sahihi Interior Builders, a representative from Sahihi.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Monique, good evening. I can see you're awake. Yeah, my name is Njehia Njoroge. I'm the founder and CEO for Sahihi Interior Builders. But I stand here because of Bingwa Services, which is birthed by Sahihi Interior Builders. Just imagine you have a shower that is not working, you're at work, you get on your app, you get a plumber, and on the app you get 3 quotations. Out of those 3 quotations, you are able to pick the best of the quotations. You can see they are around you. You can see they are geofenced around where you are, and you pick one and you send them home. Go and pick my keys under the mat. The issue is in the bedroom, bathroom. And the guy or the girl goes into your bedroom, opens the door, you're not in, goes into your house, goes into the bedroom, goes into the shower cubicle, sorts it out, cleans. There's jewelry, there's money by your bedside, doesn't touch, locks the house, returns the keys, and goes. You come in the evening, you had made an upfront payment on the platform. And then he calls you or she calls you. Hi, Monique. Have you checked whether the shower is now working? Yes, I have. Kindly issue the certificate of completion. On your end of the app, you issue that certificate of completion, and the money leaves the escrow account into the account of the Bingwa. And that's why we are here, to introduce to you Bingwa. It's already been around. We started creating it in 2017, and it is offering so many other services. And within the Kara resident associations, we know safety is one of the biggest things for those home service providers who come in. You want a quick makeup glam to go for that interview, or to appear on TV, get that beautician, get that makeup. You can check it out right now on the Play Store and just download and book, or act like you're booking a service from that app. And so that is the features. It has 11 benefits, but I just mentioned 4 of them. The quotations, 3 quotations you can select from. The COC, certificate of completion, once you are satisfied with the work is when you release the money, which you have paid upfront. Then you also have suppliers. In the event that tap required to be changed, you can be able to see 3 suppliers around you. One on Gong Road selling at 2,000, another one on Haile Selassie 2,500, another one at wherever 2,200. This one charges, this one doesn't deliver, this delivers at a fee, this one delivers within an hour. It is up to you. It's an open market social entrepreneur platform. And then the last one is SOS. And this safety feature, immediately you are connected, it comes on. And in case you feel threatened, you just press on that SOS, either fire, medical, or security. And within the first 2 minutes, Securex calls you. And then the next 6 minutes, a backup is there. So that's bingo for you, and introducing it to the associations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bingwa. I hope, Moniki, when you're tapping into that, please let your wife know you've tapped into that thing. There's a woman coming into the house. When she enters in there, oh, hell will break loose. The bedroom, oh my word. Thank you very much, Bingwa. That sounds excellent. It sounds fantastic. We have Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is in the house. Coca-Cola Beverages, a representative.
All protocols observed, but to our chief guests, I'll call that out. Good afternoon, or is it evening? Yeah, I'm here on behalf of CCBA. CCBA is Coca-Cola Beverages Africa. We basically serve you with soft drinks. So there's not so much to say about that. I see our tables are served well, I think, with some of our products. So basically we are an intensive energy business. We consume a lot of energy, and that means that what we do is not friendly for environment generally, and again, we use a lot of water in our operations. Again, that is something that's not good for all of us, but we give back a lot to the society. I'm not sure whether you guys are aware that currently we are recycling about 100% of the PET bottles that we serve you with. So that's one of the things that we are doing as a business, to give back to you what we take away. The other one is water around the people that stay around where we run our operations. I'm sure you are well served and there's no issue around water. So we look at recycling, we look at giving back to society in various ways. And again, we do a lot of activities that try to address carbon footprint within the operations. And I'm happy to report that one of the activities we are doing this year is basically a big solar project that we are looking at. So this is aimed at eventually looking at reducing the carbon footprint. That's not good news for the Kenya Power guy who is yeah, but the intention is not to hurt the Kenya Power. The intention is basically to see how green we can go so that all our operations remain within the limits of what we desire to be. And we partner with CARA in a lot of these things. I'm sure a lot of activities are going around in the spheres of bottle recycling and all the other aspects. So my name is Leonard. I'm with my colleague Sarah. I'm here to represent the leadership and the director of CCBA Kenya. We have 5 plants in Kenya, and we have a directorship leading all those plants with the headquarters in Nairobi. So I'm here to represent all that. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you to you and to all the sponsors. Another round of applause for our sponsors. Excellent. Moving right on. We are here today because we are celebrating some of the most outstanding resident associations. And the task of judging that is a very onerous task, a very time-consuming task. And at this point, I would like to introduce the judges. Mr. Mwaniki Mageria, you may come to the front. Please clap for them. Yeah. He says he's not tall, dark, and handsome. Thank you, Mwaniki. Professor Francis Wambalaba. I'm proud to say he's a lecturer to my alumni. Thank you. Alma mater, sorry. I'm an alumni of your alma mater, yes. Prof, I'm sorry about that. I'm embarrassing you. Miss Lucy Wainaina. And finally, the chair of this distinguished group of people, Architect David Kithakie. Architect Kithakie is the one who's going to give a few remarks about the judging process on behalf of the panel.
Can I excuse my colleagues to take a seat? Thank you. The chief guest this evening and all government officials who are here, the chairman of KARA board, Mr. Nyaga, the members of the governing council of KARA, I recognize your presence. The CEO of KARA and the resident associations and their leaders who are here. Some of them are managers, some of them are CEOs, some of them are founder members, some of them are elders, activists, and all the like. And some of them have got there because of their old age and experience. And at this point, I want to recognize one of us actually who has mentored me to where I am. I call him Daddy Joe Akech. I was introduced as architect David Kithakie. I'm an architect by training and by practice. And I teach architecture and planning and building in a university in Kenya. Let me say this. We, the four of us, Mwaniki, Professor Francis Wabalaba, and Lucy Wainaina, we are humbled, indeed very humbled, to be called this onerous name, judges. I have not been to the school where they learn to be friends, so I can't call him my learned friend. However, I repeat, we are really humbled, and the last few exercises, or few years, we have gone through this exercise. And as the MC said, it is quite not an easy job, but we do it with excitement in that we are serving in the society. I therefore would like to amplify what Henry said, what the Kenya Alliance Residents Association Award, Excellency Awards are. This has been going on for the last 5 years. And its objective is to identify, celebrate, reward the resident associations, underline the resident associations that have done exceptionally well in promoting, engaging in activities in their particular areas of focus in the society. That is really what we are here for. And that is what we like, that's what Henry called good stories. Those are the good stories. And we can all identify with that. The 2023 event will demonstrate the role of resident associations in effective performance in service delivery. That's why we have our chief guest to bless us with wisdom and authority to continue performing with excellence. What are the good stories about? Kara has developed what we call award categories. And some of you are familiar with them. Let me just take you through so that you know what we are talking about and the stories each one of us here represents. Currently, we have 9 categories. And we will have names like Usalama. Usalama, don't put too many things to that. It is promotion of security at the neighborhood level. And somebody was talking about that here. So, you as a resident association, this is an area you will be actively engaged. And we hope, and we do have some who have shown that in the good stories we have read. There is a next one we call the Viwanja Award. Sounds confusing, but the reality is that we all live with spaces around us, and that's what we call Viwanja within the neighborhood. We have development going on in our neighborhoods. Some of it is uncontrolled, or most of it could be even illegal. We have stories around that. We have introduced another one this time called infrastructure. And it did not happen when the flooding came. We had thought about it. And the infrastructure is the development at your neighborhood, within the neighborhood, about public infrastructure, services, roads, all that. How you care for them, how you notice them and recognize them and add value to them. The third, the fourth, the fifth one is Miandarati. It's not promoting alcoholism or drug taking. It is actually to demonstrate how, and the good friend from Kara actually put it from Nakada, put it very, very well. And they used a very good example. If somebody is making too much noise, what do? You take charge. If somebody is around and we know we are peddling drugs, some of us get so drunk that we cannot even now bet we are going to get home, back home. What do you do that? What do you do with that? In your community, apart from praying for them, sympathizing with them, or reporting them, what do you do? Some communities, some resident associations have shown a lot of activity in that. And we have entries to look at that. AFIA, our hygiene and sanitation conditions in our neighborhood are concerned. We all are talking about maji, access to better water services. Mawasiliano, one of the things that make a difference in your resident association is how you communicate within the association. And then the biggest one, mazingira, our environment, promotion of sustainable environment management and neighborhood level. We received 80 entries covering all the 9 categories. These 8 entries came from all over the country, actually from 8 counties. Nairobi, being the most notorious one in many things, gave us the 26 items. Kiambu followed, Mombasa followed. Then we have each of Machakos, Kajiado, Nakuru, Kisumu, Uasin Gishu putting in entries. Please note that Kisumu and Uasin Gishu were first-time entries, and want to congratulate that team and those teams who are here for doing that. And encourage others who have not done anything and can influence their colleagues to do that. For the 80 entries we received, for Usalama, Ujezi, and Mazingira, they put in the most. And we, as a team of judges, we were kind of surprised that Miandarati had only 3. We think, we feel, we encourage that more resident associations should be looking at this very important item of our society, because we are losing a lot of people, young and old, to alcoholism. We are losing because of drugs. Please, let us, are we doing anything? Let us share that. As we were told by Henry, this is a moment of learning, sharing, and encouraging one another. So, the 4 of us faced with this task ahead of us, we had to do one thing. Actually, believe it or not, we read through each entry and independently considered each entry for its value, its worth, and its message. And that is what we are doing. So, if you put in an entry there, don't you worry. The 4 of us do not know you. We know the entry. Yeah, we know the entry. So we went through the entry and we can tell you what entry it had and all that. Even if the one item we are required of the entry is that there must be evidence of what you are doing. So every time we look, what is the evidence of this has happened and how it has happened? And we looked up internet and everything you sent, even links you sent, we opened them and went through them there. Took us several hours, but we thank God we were there for a task to be done. We were not doing this in the open. We have a criteria agreed by the governing council of CARA of how to go through this. We are looking for innovation, relevance, clarity, what output, ethics of developing it, its sustainability, and its scalability. And we were able to look through each one of them and score numbers. And these numbers were entered in a format where every item in an Excel there is a formula to calculate the average and to show them in a spreadsheet. We therefore, at the end of the day, after several hours, independently, the 4 of us produced a list of winners and runners-up. And we gave that list, is a signed list, to the management, and they are presenting this here to us as winners and runners-up. Everybody to us was a winner. There was no loser. We are all running up and catching up with a winner. We, the judges, therefore, confirm that the winners and the runners-up being awarded today were selected in an objective and transparent manner, and we, the judges, are satisfied that they deserve to be awarded accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank you all.
Thank you, Architect. Did I hear you correctly? Did you say you called him Daddy Joe? Was it that? Was I correct? I wonder what I should call you then. Your Worship, Karibu Sana. But indeed, as we move forward very quickly at this point, I'd like all the chairmen of whichever resident association who are present here today, chairpersons, sorry, who are present here today, please stand up. If you're a chairperson of a resident association, kindly stand up. Give him a round of applause, please. You may sit down. I say that as a former chairman. This is a labor of love, of sacrifice. It is often thankless, but it is what is done at the grassroots that matters the most. So thank you for your service to your community and for the teams that you lead. At the apex of that are the people who I call my colleagues in Kara, the Governing Council. I need to recognize these ladies and gentlemen who have also sacrificed a lot of their time. By the way, just for the record, we do not receive any seating allowances, we do not receive any travel allowance, and that's not a joke, that's the truth. We actually, we wait for the Lord's reward for our work. Yeah, and we mean that. For God and country. Okay? So I'd like to start off with, we have this Dr. Getambu. She's the vice chairman, but she's based in Nyali, Mombasa. So you may clap for her in absentia. She'll watch the video, so make sure you clap for her. We have Madam Charity Kyoko. She's not here today, but she's also a Governing Council member. We have the ever-youthful Natasha Nje, Governing Council member. You've met her. We have Mr. Victor Majani, who prayed for us today for the very first time in my presence. Victor. We have Mr. Peter Herman. I love his accent. I wish you could hear him speak. But Peter, thank you so much for your service. Their service to Nairobi goes way back. We have our treasurer, I should say, the very Reverend Ephraim Kanake. You can see the cross. He's one who blesses us. So Victor was standing in his place when we were praying at that time. Next is, oh yes, how can I forget? The most secure person in the Governing Council, Mr. Alfred Osur. You may stand. He is tall, dark, and handsome. Okay? And still very lean and fit, the very epitome of a retired police officer, senior police officer, I may say. Okay? And finally, there's just myself. So finally, I'm going to ask Natasha to welcome the leader of that group to give a few remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for Paulo. Yeah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure and it's an honor for me to introduce a truly exceptional individual to the stage. I've had the privilege of knowing this gentleman for over 8 years now. He's not only just my neighbor, but an invaluable mentor to me. His guidance has extended beyond my own experience, reaching far back into my family generations and generations. He has mentored my mother during her tenure at Kenya Airways, where he was CEO. And his remarkable commitment to community welfare is truly inspiring, evident in his role as the esteemed chairman of the Kenya Alliance Residents Association. Please join me in welcoming to the stage a leader whose passion and dedication resonate deeply with Kara and his community. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Nyaga.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this function. And thank you very much, Natasha and Paul. These two are volunteers tonight for this service. And as you know, we normally, when we have a function in Ikara, we actually have a professional MC. And it costs us a lot of money. So for Natasha and Paul to volunteer to do this job for us today, I can assure you we are all saving money as an organization. Let's clap for them. Our chief guest, she is not listening to me, I think. Our chief guest, Veronica Nduva, Principal Secretaries, the Department of Performance and Delivery Management. We are actually very, very grateful that you have, found time. I know you are not even in Nairobi the whole of today. You have to strive very hard to come to be at this event. And we actually appreciate you and appreciate your time. And we are happy to have you as our chief guest tonight, all of us here. So can we clap for our chief guest as we move on? We, of course, had Mr. Eliud Owalo, who had also volunteered to be our chief guest for this event. He's a CS for Information, Communication, and Digital Economy. In the last minute, he couldn't make it. There was some urgent business to be attended to. But actually, he has sent his team to be here with us to demonstrate that his heart is here and he's always with us and is a big supporter of the Residents Association. We want him to know through his delegates that we actually appreciate Mr. Owalo, and we will be very happy to host him some other time when he is able to be with us. Our friends, our partners, our members, we appreciate you. Today, after so many years, I've seen many of you looking immaculate in your tuxedos and evening suits, and the ladies are looking remarkable. So this is how we want the character to be, to demonstrate to everybody that there are standards which have to be maintained. You can't just come to this function so important the way you came from the Shamba. It's something special. So today I'm actually very, very elated, very happy to see many of you looking very, very immaculate, in your evening attire. So that's wonderful. We have partners that have been introduced. I join in welcoming them. Friends, we have the media, they support us, members of the press, they are here. And we welcome all of them here with us. I hope you have had a good meal tonight. If not, you let us know, because next time we will know what to do. And we are also very grateful to the hotel because they have hosted us actually quite a number of times here in the recent past. We have meetings here and they support us. It's a very big honor for me, and I feel privileged, that I can stand here before you as we celebrate excellence in our members. And this event, marks a special moment in our shared journey to creating a thriving, harmonious community for our country, not only in urban centers, in the rural areas as well. And we are very proud that as your association, we can make a little contribution to the well-being, the well-being of our country as we move we move forward. I join our MCs and everybody else in thanking our partners for their support. I didn't actually expect so many to support us, but we can see we were oversubscribed. So thank you very much for those organizations, those individuals who have elected to work with us to recognize excellence and also to encourage people, to do better, not only for themselves, but for the associations. Because when you serve your association, you are actually doing something for yourself. I can give my own example, where I live. Mrs. J, is our chair. And my house, I don't have security. I don't lock the gates. Even my house, you go there, you can open the doors, they are open. Why? Because the community has been organized to provide these services for each one of us for minimal cost. And you feel safe to live in that community. So this is what we would aspire for the rest of our country, particularly. You can go home and you don't have to worry, about your security. You don't need the police. You are safe. So this is what we in ICARA are trying to encourage, working with the authority to do that. And I would like to appreciate my colleagues in the Governing Council. They have been introduced. Some of them have served in this body since inception. Every 3 years, they are re-elected. They serve free of charge. They dedicate a lot of their time, and each one of them has some assignment they do for free. If you take Mr. Majani, for instance, who is an accountant, he does all our accounts for free. He makes sure the books are okay, whatever, and he is not paid anything. But he dedicates that. Our MCs today, that's what they do. This is not their job. They have other things they do. But they volunteer to do a lot of things for us, even to write reports for all of us. You want to write a report, which would cost you about 500,000 shillings. These people, they do it for free, as a service to the membership. You see? So if you take our Reverend Kanake, who has been, Mr. Kanake, people like to see you, because you inspire them, and you may be their highway to heaven. You see, when you see there, Mr. Kanake has been actually in KARA since inception. They are the founder members of KARA, oh yeah. Sorry, I'm told I'm speaking very far. So all these people, they serve you for free. In most cases, they actually invest their own resources to the service of KARA. And Mr. Ochieng, our CEO, who has been with us for a long time, he joined us when he was a young man. You see, now he's middle age, family, whatever. But he was a young man from university when he joined. He has been with us. He's not paid too much money. But he works 24 hours every day. So as we actually gather here to celebrate these things, we should appreciate and recognize these people, because they are actually doing something for all of us. There are many others here I'll mention a bit later, but they also do the same thing, and it's good for us. So we are looking forward eventually to make sure we have a Kenya where everybody can be proud to live in, not a country where everybody is trying to run away from because there are no jobs, there is robbery, there is. No, we want a heaven in our country. Me, I lived abroad more than 50 years, but I came back because I believe in Kenya. This is heaven for me, and for you, we want it to be heaven, to make sure your children, your grandchildren, whatever, they'll be proud to be Kenyans. Where you live, you don't have to worry about your security. You can walk all over. You don't have to worry about your neighbors. This is the country we all aspire. Not that to go and live in Europe or live in all those. No. Build your country and make it the best you can, so that you can be proud of. I'm sorry I'm digressing a bit, but we recognize Architect Kevaka with his team. You know, they have done a wonderful job for us, not only a year, even the years before. They are our judges for today. I don't know who won and who lost. They will tell us eventually, but they have actually done a fabulous job for us. Again, this service with the dedication for free to the community. So David and your team, thank you very much for what you do for us. As we gather here today to recognize excellence, we should take a moment to reflect on the journey which actually brought us here. Our resident associations are not merely, structures, bureaucratic, to slow things down, whatever. They are embodiment of a shared vision for a better, more connected and vibrant community. We want to feel that, in the old days, we all lived in a community, in Africa. You actually felt secure in your own community. They protected you. So this is what we want to have for our country, so that when you live in a neighborhood, you don't have to worry about, crime and all these. You are safe. Like my neighborhood, I feel very safe, thanks to my chair there, So I don't have to spend a sleepless night. Once I go in, I know tomorrow, another day, I'll be away. So this is what we are striving in Ikara to achieve for all of us, for everybody in this country. You have security and opportunity to prosper. Today, the awards we are presenting are not just symbols of recognition. They are token of appreciation for those of you who have gone beyond the call of duty and who have demonstrated exceptional leadership for your community, creativity, and a deep sense of responsibility towards the well-being of your community and your neighbors. Whether it is protecting our environment, whether it's ensuring neighborhoods are secure, whether we are fighting uncontrolled development, this is a cancer in Kenya, and whether we are organizing events we share together to be, to partner, or initiating projects with benefit to all of us, they all add to improving the quality of life for all of us. And each is a building block in the foundation of our shared progress and shared success. I encourage each one of you, those who are here, those who are not here, to take a moment to celebrate today not only the winners, those who have won the awards, but also the spirit of community that actually binds us together, joins us together. In a world that often emphasizes individual achievements, it's very heartening to see how collectively we can achieve so much with so little, because the resources are limited. As we look to the future, let us carry this spirit of excellence forward with us. Let us continue to foster a sense of belonging, support one another, and work towards making our community an even better place to live. The challenges we face may be diverse, but together there is nothing we cannot overcome. Once again, I congratulate our awardees who are going to be awarded today. Your contributions have made a lasting impact. You inspire us all to reach greater heights. Let us continue to build successes, and maybe the spirit of excellence continue to flourish within our associations. As we come to the close of the year, Kara takes this opportunity to thank all our members, all our friends and our partners who have demonstrated steadfast support for our cause. It's a very challenging cause, it's very difficult, but we make progress gradually, but eventually we will reach there. We look forward to continue working with you in the coming years and to record greater milestones for the benefit of our society. May I take this opportunity again to to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for all of you and your families and your friends. Asanteni sana and good evening, very successful to all of you. Asanteni. Oh, sorry, I'm just reminded, protocol-wise, that is my duty and the honor and the privilege to welcome the chief guest. We actually have to explain. We had two chief guests originally, the CS Owalo and Mr. Duva. In the last minute, CS Owalo dropped out because of urgent business. He was called to perform. We still have PS Duva with us, our chief guest, but Mr. Owalo was kind enough to send his message to us so that we know, what he thinks of us and what he wishes us, whatever. And he's got his own delegate here to do that. So I'm just being reminded that I should invite him to come and actually deliver that message of CS Owalo. And after that, then we can have our chief guest, Ms. Duva, to deliver her statement. So please come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Chief guest, PS Veronica Duva, Chairman Kara Richard Nyaga, CEO Mr. Henry Ochieng, the board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As the chairman has said, my name is Aloy Ford Mureivi, Director ICT in the Ministry of ICT. And he's clearly explained what it is. Today I intended to spend my evening in another place, but I got a last call, and it's a pleasure to be here in this gracious occasion. So for me, I'll read the speech verbatim as it is, without necessarily changing, removing anything from the speech. So this is a speech from CS Eliud Owalo, and he actually sent his greetings to you. This evening I'm pleased to extend my gratitude to Kara for inviting me to reflect on the significant subject of technology and service delivery. This topic indeed holds particular significance for me as the Cabinet Secretary responsible for steering Kenya in functional mandates of information and communication technology. I find myself consistently contemplating these subjects. It is universally acknowledged that the world is undergoing unparalleled technological revolution, often referred to as Fourth Industrial Revolution. A paradigm shift in how tasks are executed is currently unfolding before us. This era is marked by widespread adoption of groundbreaking technologies such as artificial intelligence, cloud computing, robotics, big data, blockchain, 3D printing, Internet of Things, and advanced wireless technologies like 5G connectivity platforms. These technologies are reshaping every facet of our lives, both at home and in workplace, surpassing our imagination in recent times. We are witnessing a transformation from familiar norms to entirely new realms that were once inconceivable. The departure from traditional practices is evident, and this trend is expected to persist. how has technology changed how we live at home? Technology has not only revolutionized business processes, but has also introduced innovative devices such as smart home technology and devices that can only be controlled remotely through smartphones and voice commands. Automated systems can control heating and cooling, lighting, and even home security, providing a more seamless and interconnected living environment. Voice-activated virtual assistants like Amazon Alexa, Google Assistants, and Apple Siri can control various devices, answer questions, play music, and even provide updates on weather or news. We now have smart refrigerators, ovens, and washing machines that can be controlled via smartphone apps, providing more flexibility and control over household chores. Wearable devices, fitness trackers, and smart skills enable us to monitor our health and fitness levels from the comfort of our homes. The advent of high-speed internet and advanced communication tools has facilitated remote work and online learning. This has become increasingly prevalent, allowing individuals to attend schools from the comfort of their houses. The use of robotics in homes is expanding, with robotic vacuum cleaners, lawn mowers, and even robots that assist with household chores. Technology empowers us to execute instantaneous financial transactions and procure a wide array of goods. Further, the digital transformation has significantly impacted the media industry, transcending the conventional definition of media company. Today, a media company extends beyond traditional news platform to encompass any entity facilitating the global dissemination of information, including social media platforms. The prevailing commonality in the ongoing fourth industrial revolution is the utilization of digital technology. In the foreseeable future, possibly within a decade or even sooner, digital technology is poised to render the world as we know it is entirely obsolete. A completely novel approach to task is anticipated through digital platforms. How is the government responding to this? The government of Kenya has prioritized accelerating digital transformation, and this commitment is aligned to the implementation of Vision 2030 through the better agenda. Under the digital superhighway, the government has an ambitious project of connecting government nationwide and elevate service delivery through digitization. We are also looking at African Regional Hub and promoting the development of software for exports. Equally, the government is looking towards reducing the cost of calls and data to enable citizens, especially the youth, to utilize online platforms for entertainment. Kenya's digital economy holds immense potential for propelling economic growth, and purposive efforts are required to prepare citizens and businesses for digital transformation. The goal of digital trade and digitally enabled transactions globally is mirrored in Kenya's phenomenal expansion in these areas, with digitalization becoming integral to numerous day-to-day activities. The Ministry has formulated the Kenya Digital Economic Blueprint, providing a framework to enhance Kenya's capacity to leapfrog economic growth. The blueprint comprises 5 pillars that are key for the growth of the economy. Our commitment lies in ensuring efficient digital access to government services, regardless of your location worldwide, and our focus is on smart. I'm getting a challenge here. apologies, I didn't carry, I carried a phone and my finger seems to be bigger than the screen. The digitalization of government records and services is progressing with unwavering determination. The agenda to centralize all government services on eCitizen digital platform is advancing well with the aim of offering Kenyans the convenience of virtual access to services from anywhere. However, to make these services universally accessible, they must also be connected to e-platform, and this necessitates both physical infrastructure and technical connectivity. Progressing towards our goal of bringing an additional 1,000 kilometers of fiber. The government is also implementing 25,000 public Wi-Fi across the country that is going to benefit citizens. For this, specifically, AI owns a potential to deliver numerous societal benefits. However, for those opportunities to be fully realized, the development, deployment, and operation of AI must be secure and responsible. The ministry is fostering an open interdisciplinary conversation on the risk associated with frontier AI and the role of various stakeholders in addressing these risks. Additionally, the substantial opportunities offered by AI across different domains are being explored through discussions with global partners. Looking ahead, AI is poised to transform work processes and reduce costs through increased efficiency. And seeing AI in customer service data experience that provides the industry with data-driven tools that offer meaningful insights to both customers and service providers. Organizations, and this includes resident associations, must recognize that they operate in rapidly evolving digital world. And residents must seek increased efficiency, cost savings, and improved customer satisfaction from both the government and service providers. Specifically, we have e-commerce and online ordering that is gaining global traction, and also issues to do with remote work solutions that enable remote work capabilities for employees, enhancing work flexibility and ensuring continuity. Mobile improving service delivery while leveraging technology is a continuous process that involves planning and ongoing refinement. This entails selecting the right technology tools, solutions, and platform. Before I conclude this speech, and the speech seems to have been okay, I want to say I would like to highlight, and I think this the message, the crucial partnership between KARA and government, particularly in the realm of national addressing system. KARA has been actively involved in shaping the national addressing system strategy. KARA's representation on committees such as multi-stakeholder commitment for the national addressing system of Kenya policy and bill underscores the association commitment to order and security in our neighborhood. The national addressing system is a vital initiative that promises to enhance security and bring about much needed organization in our communities and across the country. In the coming phases of this initiative, robust public awareness and education will be essential. The government trusts KARA and resident associations at large to take the lead in driving awareness regarding the national and racing system legislative frameworks, and your law is critical in educating the public on the benefits of this system. In the coming phases of these initiatives, robust public awareness and education will be essential. The government trusts KARA and resident association at large to take the lead in driving awareness regarding the NAS legislative frameworks, and your law is critical in educating the public on the benefits of the system, especially in areas like e-commerce. Additionally, the government encourages KARA and resident association to actively support and facilitate initiatives such as naming and numbering of streets, as well as identification and numbering of properties in various neighborhoods. In closing, KARA wields a powerful voice amidst these transformative times. I extend my appreciation to KARA and its members for the invaluable contribution you make to our community. Together, we can build a more organized, secure, and technologically advanced future for Kenyans. With that long and short speech, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention.
Another round of applause for that long and short speech. Those were remarks from the Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communication Technology and the Digital Economy. Earlier on, I introduced members of the Governing Council, and I inadvertently forgot one Governing Council member who's not present with us here today, and his name is Mr. Arthur Namu. Mr. Arthur Namu chairs the committee in KARA that, okay. Mr. Arthur Namu chairs the committee in KARA that is responsible for this event.